What can you do?
Let me ask you this:
8 inches.
from a fan's perspective, does the UFC miss Jon Jones, and is it bad for the UFC
Yes.
overall?
Yes. They're struggling.
yeah.
They're struggling. Yeah.
Yeah, without him.
Well, the thing, it's
But
no.
you said he was never that big of a draw, right? Pay-per-view numbers.
He's been a bigger draw ever than now since he got in trouble. Now he has more support. Like, it's so weird. Like, John and DC were at a public speaking thing, and for the UFC, obviously. And John goes, "I've been sober for 70 days now," and the crowd goes nuts. DC gets on and goes, "I've been sober for 36 years. I don't get the big deal," and they boo him.
Jeez.
So it's like our natural response is to support the fuck up, and he's come through all this stuff, and he's such a badass, he's never lost. And then here's DC doing all the things right, and we just don't give a fuck. He doesn't have that bad boy edge. So it's now everyone wants to see Jon Jones because it's this crazy story, so he would be a draw. And you know how we're talking about right now in this point in the summer, we're in end of July, it's like the dull of sports. Sure. That's where the UFC is right now in their career because you have no Ronda. Well, Conor Nate's gonna be huge. Yeah, Conor lose that fight, you're in big trouble. Yeah, big trouble. And then John's out. Brock Lesnar's out for probably 2 years. John's out 2 years. You're in a tough spot, man. You look at the light heavyweight division. Everyone's a lot older. You know what I'm saying? But every league goes through this. Sure. But the UFC is a little different because we ride and die on superstars. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, if you're Jon Jones, what do you do in the next 2 years? Just train your ass off?
I couldn't tell you, man.
Yeah.
I wish I had advice for him. Because you're not. What are you going to do?
You're not really going to get a lot of
There's no
deals.
sponsors.
You're not getting any sponsors.
No, there's no deals. No one's linking up with you right now.
Jesus.
Test positive for PEDs. You hit a pregnant girl before. You've done all this thing. You haven't fought. You know. Yeah. There's no TV appearances. He's not that good on camera, so you ain't doing analyst work, and we can't put you up there. What would you do? Hopefully you're smart with money in the bank.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. For him, he's in a tough spot. And then people go.
I would sell this. I would start the Rocky-like story of I'm down, but he's already kind of tried to do that,
and then completely fucked it up by testing positive.
Yeah.
Completely fucked it up. He had everyone on board. Now he fucked us again.
What a major
people are off. Major fuck up.
Jesus.
I guess put on weight and come back at heavyweight. I don't know. I have no idea what he's going to do. It's a tough, sad story. Tough, sad story. I don't know, man. And people go, well, couldn't he compete in boxing or something? No. If you're suspended by a commission, they all honor that in any sport. Yeah. Does that make sense? So the boxing commission, who is the commission? There's no mixed martial arts commission. It's boxing commission.
He also doesn't want to get into the ring with real boxers.
He might if he's bored. He has nothing to do. Yeah. He might train for that.
How would I mean?
It's stupid to talk about. I'm just giving examples here, but don't break that down. All I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? Like if he's like, I'll try boxing, but people send me those questions. I see him. It doesn't work like that. He's
banned.
The commission's banned. Yeah. You could go to Brazil or France or something in China, but then when the commissions here look down upon that, and you probably get a longer suspension.
Can they do that, though?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Because you shouldn't be competing at all. At all. So you go somewhere else, they can...
I hate the 2-year suspension, but I also think it's the only thing you can do if you actually are serious about stopping this. Because like we said, if it's 6 months, it pays to do it. If it's 9 months, it pays to do it. It might even pay to do it if it's a year.
If it's a year, it pays to do it.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're making $10 million...
If I'm champ, I fight once a year, I'm still going to be training. Then the suspension, line me up a fight.
Yeah.
Boom.
You kind of have to make it 2 years because that's serious.
2 years just enough.
Yeah, and it can be the end of your career. 2 years is a long time.
Depends what age you're at.
It's a long
time.
For
John, you know.
How old is John now? 27?
28, right?
Yeah.
Comes back at 30.
That's why I can see a heavyweight run, but again, I don't know.
Heavyweight's a different animal, though. Heavyweight's a different animal.
He trains a lot of heavyweights and absolutely mops the floor. This guy's so talented, it doesn't matter. But his thing is he just can't. I don't know. It depends what state the UFC's in when he comes back. If they really need him, you know. We always need a Jon Jones. So